You're lying awake again. It's 2:17 a.m. Your room is silent, but your mind isn't, because tonight something hits you. A strange heaviness you can't explain, a feeling that who you've become isn't entirely your choice. Maybe it started years before you even knew how to speak. Maybe the version of you right now is a story written long before you learned how to hold a pen. Let me explain why. You grow up thinking childhood was simple. Cartoons, school bags, broken toys. But the truth is, childhood is where the blueprint of your entire life is forged. Those arguments you heard in the hallway. That look of disappointment you saw in your father's eyes. The moments when your mother was too tired, too stressed, too overwhelmed to notice you needed her. Those weren't random memories. This isn't random, it's psychology. Because your mind wasn't watching, it was recording. Every tone, every reaction, every wound. And now, years later, you wonder why you shrink during conflict, why you overthink simple messages, why a raised voice makes your chest tighten, why love feels like a test you're always scared to fail. You think it's just your personality, but it isn't. It's your childhood, echoing. Here's the truth. Childhood doesn't end. It hides. It hides in how quickly you apologize, in how slowly you trust, in the way you check your phone 50 times because someone took too long to respond. And the most dangerous part, you don't even notice it. You think you're just bad at love. You think you're wired for chaos. You think you always attract the wrong people. But the reality is simpler and darker. You learn survival long before you learn love. Picture this. A little boy grows up in a home where affection is rare, where emotions aren't discussed, where strength means silence. He becomes a man who feels deeply, but doesn't know how to show it, so he shuts down. He distances, not because he doesn't care, but because closeness feels foreign, unearned, unsafe. Here's the truth. That's not weakness. That's conditioning. Or imagine a girl who grew up walking on eggshells, measuring her worth through approval, learning that love comes with conditions. As an adult, she accepts the bare minimum, mistakes attention for affection, and carries the weight of a heart trained to earn what should have been freely given. That's not love, that's control. And it started long before she ever met the person who hurt her. Let's go deeper. Humans develop 3 core beliefs in childhood. 1, how safe the world is. 2, how lovable they are. 3, how much power they have. And every adult decision, every relationship, friendship, argument, apology, flows straight from those beliefs. If the world felt dangerous, you grow into someone who prepares for threats that aren't there. If you felt unloved, you chase validation like oxygen. If you felt powerless, you learn to please, to shrink, to hold your voice hostage. This isn't personality, this is programming. I'll give you a real example. A man once told me he could never sit in silence with his partner. It made him anxious, restless, like something bad was about to happen. Not because she did anything wrong, but because growing up, silence meant a storm was coming. A slammed door, a punishment, a fight. As a child, he learned to fear calm moments. So as an adult, he fills quiet with arguments. Chaos feels familiar. Stillness feels dangerous. His childhood didn't just shape him, it trained him. But here's the part no one tells you. You are not stuck with the version of you that your childhood created. You're older now, smarter, more aware. You can rewrite the blueprint. Transformation doesn't happen when you forget your past. It happens when you understand it. Ask yourself, why do certain words trigger you? Why do you shut down when you care the most? Why do you fear being abandoned even when no one is leaving? Why do you choose people who reflect the wounds you never healed? Because the child in you is still knocking, still warning, still begging to be acknowledged. And until you listen, those patterns will repeat. Healing isn't loud, it's quiet. It starts when you stop running from your history and turn to face the younger version of you who never got what they needed. Tell them the danger is gone. Tell them the rules have changed. Tell them they survived, and now they can grow. So here's the truth you need to hear. Your childhood shaped you, but it doesn't define you. Your past explains your patterns, but it doesn't dictate your future. And strength isn't pretending you were never hurt. Strength is understanding the scars and choosing not to let them control your life anymore. You are not broken, you were shaped. And now, you get to reshape yourself.